Hey guys, I just wanted to go over some Japanese words that we already know and use, and I found a list online which I'll link in the description, and I just wanted to kind of go over the words they were saying we know in Japanese already. I mean, the reason to do this is one, because I originally wanted to start this channel for teaching Japanese. Two, a lot of people are randomly coming up to me or online. A lot of people are sending me messages like, hey, it'd be cool to learn Japanese from you, or can you teach me Japanese? So I thought I would go over some things and start from the beginning, kind of, because these are words we are already familiar with. So I thought this might be a little bit entertaining. So the first word they put on the list is typhoon, and actually that makes sense because Japan gets a lot of typhoons every year, and they just pronounce it a little bit differently, which is typhoon. Tsunami, I guess we all know that one too. That's pretty famous. There's a picture of the famous wave, karaoke, which everyone pronounces karaoke in the US, which is completely wrong. And I don't even know, I have no idea how they got from karaoke to karaoke. If you say karaoke in Japan, no one will know what the hell you're talking about. Yotsuwa, number 4 is sake, but I don't think sake is right. It sounds more like a Japanese woman's name than an alcoholic beverage. Also, sake in the US is associated with the Japanese alcohol, but in Japan, sake just means alcohol, and they call it osake, so that is a little bit different. So if you go to Japan, you're like sake, and you mean Japanese alcohol, well, they'll just think you want alcohol. It is manga, and I think a lot of us know what manga is, and probably some of us read it. I actually haven't read a whole lot of manga, and not in Japanese, only in English. It's so funny because when you're on the train there, you'll often see like every other salaryman practically reading some kind of manga, and I'm like, they're not too old for this? Apparently not. Number 6 is anime. I really think that the Japanese people don't pronounce it anime too much, actually, even though that is the correct pronunciation. I think they kind of have adopted the Western way of saying anime more. Number 7 is otaku. At first I didn't really like the association with that word. I thought it was kind of derogatory. It has that kind of feeling in Japan. I think being otaku in America is much cooler, much more acceptable. It's like, oh yeah, you're into the Japanese stuff, you're an otaku, and it sounds like an okay label to have. But in Japan, being otaku has more of a kind of negative sort of connotation, I feel. Like they think of like greasy haired people locked up in their room with stacks of manga and anime shows. And emoji, which is something probably most of us use every day online, and we might even see some in the comments of this video. That'd be nice. So emoji means picture and character, which totally makes sense. Like the character part is the letter, so it's just like an expressive picture, basically. Origami. Origami is something we all know of, the little paper cranes, and I actually like to make those, and I think it's a very nice and relaxing thing to do if you're stressed out. Making origami can be very soothing. It can also be super frustrating though if you can't figure out how to fold the paper. I might show you guys how to do that someday though. At least the crane is pretty easy and it's very classic. 10 is shiatsu. Now, I don't think a lot of people know what this is, and I didn't really think about it too much before I lived in Japan, but shiatsu is a kind of Japanese massage. Now, I don't know about you, but I sure don't have enough money to go get like shiatsu massages all the time. I'm sure it's great, but I just have never had one. It'd be an interesting experience. I imagine it would be kind of hard though, because Japanese people like to really dig into the muscle. Number 11 is sushi, which I love, and if you haven't seen the other video I made on lunchtime, you can tell that I probably really love sushi. It's amazing. Saigo wa Number 12, tofu, which is those blocks of white soybean. Alone, tofu is not the most delicious thing, but it's really good when it's fried or put in miso soup, which is the most common use for me. So in the next video or two, I'll cover the rest of the words because there's 32 on the list. I didn't want to do all 32 in one video because that seems like way too many, but I hope this kind of like gets you more oriented with the Japanese language and kind of makes you feel more familiar. Like, wow, I already know a lot of these words. Well, that's exactly the point. You do, and you'll learn more. I mean, there's a lot to know. So. And if you like this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, or whatever you feel like. And also, I'm trying to do this Twitch thing, you know, and like stream my Final Fantasy gameplay. Now, if you feel like being friendly and stopping by, I'd appreciate it. I always like to talk to people. So until next time, matane.